How are we now, and welcome to the shed. Bought myself a pair of new tyres from M&P Accessories, quite cheap. Got a pair of Kenders. For the amount of miles and the way I ride nowadays, I think they'll be perfectly fine. It was the Easter weekend, so I was going to take the wheels in, get them swapped over at the local tyre fitting company, but we ended up, because the weather was nice, going out for a walk, which was far better than messing about with this thing anyway. So, while she was laid up without any wheels, I thought to myself, we'll have a go at fitting this Ducati exhaust, see what I can do with it, see if I can sort out. I was going to make my own link pipe after saying I was going to an engineering company, but I've been watching Doghouse Customs, I've seen him do it, and I thought, well, it'd give me a bit more training on the welder, so why not? So I started to take all the plastics off the rear of the bike so I could see where I could fit an exhaust mount. I then offered the silencer up just to see whereabouts I would like it fitting. And then I had a quick nosy round to see if there was anywhere where I could actually screw a screw and a plate to, just to make it fit. And lo and behold, where the old mudguard used to be, I've got a couple of bolt holes. 6mm thread, so I thought, well, why not? So I mounted the exhaust up. This is what I was after, but the problem I've now got is that it's not going to fit. The angle of the pipe coming out of the silencers isn't just not going to work, and if I make the bracket so that it comes further out, the silencer is going to be sticking out the side of the bike by about a foot. So I'm now watching this on my favourite internet auction site. Link pipe looks as though it comes out at a good angle, so fingers crossed. Now, the other thing that's been niggling me is this RGV 250 seat unit. So it was a wet and windy Friday. I thought, I'll have a go at chopping up this old subframe and see whether we can make this seat fit anywhere near. Doesn't really matter if I mess this one up because it's the old rusty one anyway. So I just set to with the grinder and started chopping off bits that I thought might just get in the way. Obviously I won't be using this subframe, so it doesn't matter whether it's neat or untidy. It just gives me something to work on to see whether this thing will work or not. I then disconnected all the subframe off the bike, all the decent subframe anyway, and bolted this on in its place and tried the seat unit in situ. put a bike battery on the back of the bike so that the seat would sit in the right sort of height. It doesn't look far off, but I still can't make my mind up about it, to be perfectly honest. And then loosely fitted this Panigale exhaust. I have a funny suspicion we'll be going back to the old SV650 back end. I've dropped my tyres off and wheels down at Crew Tyre and Exhaust. Asked them to fit them for us. Done a fantastic job as usual. Thanks very much, lads. And then proceeded to put the bike back together again. I have ordered some sheet steel. I'm just waiting for it to come, and I'm going to have a go at trying to make my own seat unit. I keep putting it off and putting it off, but at the end of the day, why not? Gives me a chance to play with the welder and try and bring out some of my artistic flair. So with the rear bodywork all back on, it was set to and start putting the front wheel back in. As you can see, I've fitted the front mudguard, only 4 bolts, so it wasn't too bad, and I thought, well, I might as well while the wheel's off. Speedo drive proved difficult. We did get there in the end, to be honest. Just making sure everything was in place before I started smacking things with my nylon hammer. Then out with the socket and tighten up the spindle. Time to fit the calipers back on. And they went on quite easy, which was nice. So once the front wheel was on, time to head round to the back of the bike, put the cush drive in, fit the sprocket, and then basically fit the back wheel really, tension the chain, and we're good to go really. So she's back in one piece for now. We'll see how we go. Okay, so we've moved on a couple of weeks. We had to have the dog put down, which was a great loss to the family, so the bike took a back seat basically. So, talking of seats, bought some sheet steel. I'm going to have a go at trying to make a seat of my own. How hard can it be? I've seen it on YouTube. Well, we will find out. I have a nasty suspicion that this isn't going to go well, but we'll give it a go. Hence why I'm using the old subframe. First things first, measuring a few things up, having a think about how I'm going to make it. It isn't going to be a domed calf racer seat the same as a lot of these other ones, and it ain't going to be a flat one either. It'll just basically be a bit of a box on the back where I can put the electrics and a seat with a seat pad. So I got myself some cardboard like they do on YouTube and started measuring up some bits and pieces and started making some templates like they do on YouTube. It's going to be a bit of a laugh this, because I'm crap at measuring and I'm also crap at welding, so we'll see where we run with it. You never know, it might turn out looking something like a seat.
Tonight. 'Cause I can leave it anymore, even if this seems so wrong. Tell me, baby, should I go? I can leave it anymore, even if this seems so wrong. Tell me, baby, let me try. I cannot say goodbye. I will come back tonight. Tell me, baby, should I go? I can leave it anymore, even if this seems so wrong. Tell me, baby, let me try. I cannot say goodbye. I will come back tonight.
Tell me, baby, let me try. I cannot say goodbye. I will come back tonight.
Okay, so the shape was coming along, sort of going a bit squarey. I really don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I've got an idea in my head, but I don't think it's going to work that well. But we'll just continue, see what happens.
You a child of the Most High. You a child of the Most High. You a child of the Most High. You keep getting low, but it's time to fly. Somebody ran game. The enemy ran game. To make you think God don't know your name. To make you think that he never came. You gotta know you can break the chains and get your soul back. They can control that. The street cat, you much more than that. You a child of God, and that's a fact. So don't fall into the devil's traps. And let me show you where the kingdom's at. It all starts with prayer. You gotta be sincere, and your answers will start to appear. Keep the faith and challenge your fears. You see how the righteous do when you're living a life that's wonderful. You a child of the Most High. You a child of the Most High. You a child of the Most High.
I'm a child of the Most High.
I didn't really like this square boxy thing, so I thought to myself, well, I wonder if I can bend the steel on the back, round it off and make it look a little better than it does now. Something like this. I'm also using the seat unit off the SV650 as well, so that's me padding.
This is what they hate for you to do. 'Cause when you
So then it was just a case of taking the cardboard off.
For the fire. But when you roll with God and God's wisdom, you're gonna rise higher. Choice is yours.
And transferring those onto the steel and then cutting the bits and pieces out. I'm going to end the video here because I know I'm going to make a mess of it, so hopefully we'll carry on regardless. So fingers crossed in the next episode we should start seeing a little bit of welding and a little bit of seat building. Good or bad, one or the other. All I can say is thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next instalment.